Hello and welcome to Spore, EA's 2008 darling of a game. This is one of the games that got me into PC gaming, so now that I have a proper recording setup, I figured what better place to start than just doing a run of Spore. So as if you don't know, Spore involves selecting one of the several planets available to you, which represent as your save states, and then you just make a creature. You play through, there's different stages. I'm going to be going from the cell stage all the way up to the space stage, but I'm not going to play through the space stage because I don't like it. So, in this episode, we're going to be going through the cell stage. I've looked through the planets, and I think this one looked quite nice. So, select the cell stage. I was thinking about which one to pick, and I usually just go for omnivore when playing Spore, but I'm going to try a herbivore. A herbivore pacifist run. We're going to play on normal difficulty. What are we going to call species? Marxists. Oh, right, sure, Marxists, with 3 S's. The iconic Spore intro. Meteorite that will give us life. Should probably be vaporized because of how close it was to the sun, but whatever. Down we land. And probably wiped out half of the life on the planet that existed. If any. And so, into the cell stage we begin. There we go. Now, the cell stage is very simple. I am this little blob, and I just need to go around, and because I'm a herbivore, I need to eat plants. So we just go around, and we eat plants. See down there, there's some other things. A minnow. They're also herbivores, and we don't have any defenses, so we don't have to worry about them. But we are competing with them for food. There we go. Screen stuff. As you can notice, we are getting DNA points, and we're also getting bigger. We're also filling up this bar down here, and once we get to this bit, we will grow our brain. See, we've hit the threshold. We are now bigger. That thing up there, we do have to be... Oh, and we're getting a cutscene. Ah, okay. So, here's the demonstration. Predators exist. Kill things to get more parts. So we're going to accept. And we're going to pick up spikes. Swimming around. Now we have the call mate button. So we call the mate, and we swim on over. Okay, we have creature creation. It's nice and simple. You drag apart and you pop it on. I'm going to put the spikes at our sides so that we're nice and defendable. Got different parts. Here are feeding parts, defense parts, movement parts, and all the different eyes. Now, of course, we're going to go for the horrific red Cyclops eye, so that it can be read for communism. Just going to pop that right in the middle. I realise I probably shouldn't starting my first proper episode with a controversial subject, but whatever. Start, we can also, before we finish, we have a bunch of patterns that we can paint our cell. So what do we feel like? After some intense selection, I think I quite like this. I think it looks disgusting, so I'm gonna go with it. And then name the species. Planet Marxist. Now we just keep going around collecting food. Okay, maybe I should put the spikes on... Yeah, putting the spikes on the tail might have been a better idea. And there we go. We are now much bigger, which means we have to deal a whole new set of threats. Now, the slight issue with being a herbivore is that, as was shown, you have to kill things to get new parts. It's a lot harder to kill things as a herbivore, because you can't attack with your mouth. Okay, how many points do we... I'm gonna call another mate. So now we have enough points for more spikes. Move these spikes to the front. Give us some ass spikes. Nice. There we go. And now we have more spikes. And we are rapidly getting bigger and bigger. Okay. These things we want to try and kill. Okay, well that was remarkably easy, because now we can unlock jets. So they have a sufficient number of points. Oh, probably pit jets. As we can see up in the top corner, tells us how many of the parts we have. We're gonna try and get it to be full. But like if we miss out on the omnivore mouth, that's fine, because we're not planning to be an omnivore. Okay, a whole lot of food here. Also, several things that want to kill me. And that is why we have the side spikes. And is this enough food to become bigger? Well, it would have been if this little tiger hadn't eaten the food. So away we go. Yeah. South stage is very peaceful. You're just vibing. It's the life. You don't have to worry about the economy or anything really. You just float around, and now I am significantly bigger. Okay, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to, but we are going to want to kill a squid, because I want that poison. Now, you know anything about squids is they're very good at swimming away from you. But they're also idiots. So there we go. Now we have poison. Also, if you hadn't noticed, there's a small health bar down in the corner, which tells us how much health we have. Thankfully, I didn't get poisoned. So all good. That thing I'd like to kill, but I absolutely am not going to be able to. Got things. Let's call a mate. We can evolve further. We can become greater. Be the ultimate species. Also, I'm significantly larger than my mate. How much is put? A jet is 25 points. Poison's 15. Okay. And simply remove the parts and we can sell them for the same amount that they cost. Take off both of these. Poison. Do we want the poison to be on the back, or do we want the poison to be on the front? could do this. If I have spikes on the back, fend from predators. Put on the jet. Now I can't afford a mouth, so we can't have the jet yet. And we simply have a mouthpiece at the sides. And you can also change the parts. You can get quite humorous things. Let's make the spikes bigger. We've evolved, we've improved. And hopefully the poison should make us better at both murder and at defending ourselves. See that? It just walked into the poison. Let's die it. Okay, this poison is not working nearly as well as I was hoping it would. This is not very good poison. I appear to have overestimated how useful it is at killing things. Oh, good, I want that. But I might be about to die. Okay, it doesn't matter if we die, if we can just... There we go! And now we get the hell away. Situations. Okay, thankfully the back spikes appear to be protecting us, but I do desperately need some food to heal. There we go, now we're the same size as it. Somehow. Yeah, steadily making our way up in the world. So, this, to my mind, nice, peaceful part of Spore, because we're just swimming about, living life. Oh good god, that thing is... I forget how big some of the creatures are. Ah. Yeah, there we can see the poison. Very effective at taking out things trying to kill us. Find another meat. Can I grab that? Yeah, I can grab this food. So, the great thing about Spore is that nothing you do is permanent. So, the mistake of putting this at front instead of the back. We could have just a single spike front. Yeah, I like that. And now, I have a little poison gland at the back. Now, I could get the jet or I could get wings. The jet will give us more speed, but the cilia do give us more maneuverability. And when I get 2 more points, I can just get another one, so it's fine. And there's a giant plant right here, so. And there we go, we immediately have enough. I kind of want that electricity. As we move up in the world, becomes a more and more hostile place every day. I don't need to kill this thing, but what should I make Karl? The future. What kind of animal am I feeling? We could make him electric. What we do need to make him is faster, because he is swimming dreadfully slow. You're always bigger than your mate in this game. I feel like I should have noticed this before. You're seemingly significantly bigger. Yes, I don't think electrocution's actually that worth it. Overjet's 25. Okay, well, if we bring... Now we have 2 sets of cilia. We are now superior. So the nice thing about the cilia is that it's one of the few things that stacks. Growth stage and even bigger plants that are definitely all loading in as they should be. This plant, we can actually check this little plant down here. We can see our history. We can see every single version of Karl. As you can see, depending on what we eat, it'll depend on what we end up being. Very much on the herbivore track, which means we'll end up getting singing, rain, seemingly. A whole bunch of perks will affect what we can do down the line. For now, we don't have to worry about it. We just have to think about eating. Because food's all we need. Food, and to actually go with the current, because there is a slight amount of water physics in this game. Just ignore all the giant fish around us. Yeah, I do feel like throughout the game it does become, being herbivore, I feel like it does become substantially harder and harder to actually find plant matter. So there's animals everywhere that you can eat, but there's just nothing down here. Okay, so my PC, which I'm recording on, just crashed. I think it saved the footage. But if there's a weird gap, then that's why, but thankfully nothing of note happened. I just found a plant. Oh yeah, I have a boat. There's tons of plants. Oh, I'm getting spiked on that tiny creature. Now we're at the part of the game where enemies spawn out of rocks and dirt and draw around the map. So that's fun, but we are in, as you can see at the bottom, the final stretch. I just realised my mouse isn't plugged in. Okay, now my mouse is plugged in. Everything should be back to normal. To the last stage. Nice serene music. Giant monsters that want to kill us. And I am gonna kill this thing if I can. Just I'm not gonna use the mouth. It's just nice having all the parts. And one more hit should do it. And there we go. No! Just got sucked. It's a lesson, kids. The world is a hostile and cruel place. You can be sucked at any moment. Huh. This one is dead and losing all of its eyes. Fortunately, we can't eat these shells. They're just set dressing. Okay. There's one more plant. Come on. Let me eat that plant. Alright, I was wrong. We need one more plant. Need to find the final plan. And that's the cell stage. It's very simple, but I think it's a great opening to this game. Congratulations, you're on the path to sentience. Now, it is time to evolve. I think. Confirm. Off we go. We've developed legs. How do I want to take Karls? So far, I did not realize how big that eye was. So I've been very defensive. We haven't run away from our problems. Slim down that spine a bit. Even. There we go. How do we want to make this goofy ass? Now, if I do have one criticism about Spore, it's that it is slightly unwieldy. When it comes to the spine manipulation, but I was intending to go a bit more upright, but I've created a sausage dog abomination. Let's just slap some thunder calves on there. We can go more bipedal as we go. We don't have to be bipedal off the start. Let's see, what do we want? Currently, we see our stats over here. We only have Sing. Jet would be nice for sprinting. Let's have some charm. Let's just pretend those are the starts of hands. Let's just... Let's... Let's not question why those give charm. And we have some more paint options available to us. Slightly more depth. Now, I actually quite like that it is. As it is. I'm not... It's, yeah, slightly less phallic. Well, not phallic, but yeah. Slightly less suspicious placement, and I think that's where we're gonna leave it for the self stage. I think I've created a beautiful specimen. So, at some point in the near future, I will hopefully show off Karls' exploration into the creature stage. How do I do an outro?